Abu Dhabi is advancing its agenda for a greener future, with an ideal climate to support some of the world's largest solar projects and a grid that's almost completely powered by clean energy. Abu Dhabi is helping fast forward the UAE's sustainable mission.
Under a website section called Green Tips, Harvard University recommends watching Pixar's WALL-E. Not because he might be the cutest robot of all time, but to show a world overrun by pollution and greed, and ultimately inspire viewers to act more sustainably.
Sustainability.
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 Sustainability is a word we see everywhere, but an idea that can be hard to pin down.
And I think of sustainability a little bit how I think about democracy or peace or big concepts like that, where I think people have like a high level understanding of what it means, but a lot of the details really require you to drill down and figure it out.
There's no universal definition, but most experts do agree that sustainability means meeting today's needs without compromising future generations. It's based on this 1987 report from the UN, which came out as concerns about climate change and overpopulation were climbing. And after publication, the idea was everywhere. Politicians formed sustainable development commissions, industries adopted it, schools sprung up. Everyone wanted to jump on board.
It's a double-edged sword, if you will, because on the one hand, the ambiguity of the concept has been one of its advantages. It's allowed people of different worldviews, different faiths, different backgrounds, and somewhat different politics to actually find common ground.
In 2000, for instance, 189 countries committed to cutting extreme poverty in half and achieved that goal the same decade, according to the World Bank. But the vague definition also led to problems. Shell, for instance, controversially claimed that extracting oil from these tar sands was sustainable in 2008. Around that same time, this palm oil ad was banned in the UK for what the British government said were misleading sustainability claims.
That worked for a little while until the public realized that it was, wide-scale greenwashing going on. And as our ecological crisis has worsened, we've circled back to sustainability and said, how can we shed the manipulative and ambiguous nature of this concept and really latch onto it?
Perhaps the best way to latch on is not by looking at the label, but by exploring what lies underneath.
Basically, the idea of sustainability should more look like the layers of an onion, right? The environment is the outer layer that encases everything. Within that is the social layer, and then inside that is the economy. So the economy can't function without a functioning society. Society can't function without a functioning environment.
We've generally been focused on the smallest part of that onion for a long time, and it hasn't been working out too well. Take soil, for instance, which, pardon the pun, we literally treat like dirt. In many places, decades of industrialized farming have diminished its capacity to produce crops, threatening food security and compounding climate change. But if we focus on the largest layer, sustainability can naturally fall into place. Regenerating soil will not only help sequester carbon, but create healthier crops and sustainable industries.
So sustainability has had a long history, but now is the inflection point. It all has been building up to this moment. In the next few years, we're going to determine whether we get on top of the climate crisis and protect ecosystems before it's too late. We all have a role to play in that, and realizing that now is not too late.
This realization that sustainability isn't just a label, but a role we play in looking at our world, will require a bit of work from everyone. Individuals, CEOs, city leaders. But if films can teach us anything...
Layers! Onions have layers.
Yeah, that's better. It's that starting with small actions, like saving a single plant, can make a difference.